Hello everybody, thank you for joining me and for watching this video. This one's going to be a little bit quicker than most of my other videos. This video is about defining the United States of America. We are in some interesting times right now. We are in some very interesting times right now. Racial tension is pretty high, right now. What was it? Earlier this week, Donald Trump got caught some heat for a tweet that he posted about four members of Congress who are people of color. And then he also caught some more heat for not addressing when he went to a rally and, his audience was chanting, send them back, send them back. And, there's a lot of other, background to a lot of the racism that's going on here in America. And, a lot of people would have you blame former President Barack Obama for these issues, for there being racism. I've heard comments about, oh, well, he brought up Trayvon could have been my son, but failing to address the many people who were hanging his head, like dolls or whatever, stuffed, whatever you want to call them, hanging them from, sticks, burning them, calling him and his family all kinds of names, calling him monkey, calling First Lady Obama monkey, and there are all kinds of memes about her, and his family over the internet, but they want to blame the racism on President Obama. The racism was always here, and it's just been kind of dormant, people weren't open about it. And now we have Donald Trump in office, and the language that he is using, is very exciting to those dormant racists. Many of them are coming out and being very open about their racism now. And that is the audience that Donald Trump caters to, So here's the deal. It's very important how the 2020 election goes and what direction, the 2020 election goes. This isn't about Democrats. This isn't about Republicans. This is about what direction are we taking this country into or back into. We might be taking quite a few steps backwards, when we should be progressing forward. So the outcome of this next election is going to define what America truly is. Either we've been fed a whole lot of bull crap, about being patriots, about being pride, American pride, and the greatest country in the world, and, open to opportunities and so on and so forth. All of that stuff, that's used to boost our pride and our image will either be a bunch of bull crap or it'll be the truth. If Donald Trump gets reelected and some of these well-known racists who are already in office and that are running for office, the ones that are in office, if they get reelected, and the ones that are running for office, if they get elected, that will define our country. That will define, that says everything about the majority. It says everything about those who actually vote. And it also speaks volumes for those who don't vote, who didn't vote. It's one thing if you can't vote, because of legal issues or whatever. It's something totally different if you can vote and you don't do your part. If Donald Trump doesn't get reelected, that speaks volumes for this country, that, okay, yeah, we are better than, you know, the bigots who seem to be the majority right now, you know. And I'm gonna say this, even though I want to make another video about it. You know, it's not a black and white thing. Racism is not a black and white thing. You know, because for one, there are other ethnicities, you know, that are affected by racism. There are other ethnicities that display racism. You know, it's more so about a supremacy thing, and the majority of it is white supremacy. But you know, a lot of it is a supremacy thing, and a lot of it is a white nationalism thing. You know, if you aren't, you know, if you're not a white nationalist, you're not a white supremacist, you know, chances are a lot of, you know, you're not one of these individuals. You know what I'm saying? That's who they are. So, you know, you got to know who your adversaries are. But the point I'm making is that we have a chance in this 2020 election to select somebody better than who's in office now. Somebody who's not going to take this country backwards, you know, like the current sitting POTUS. You know, I mean, look at how divided this country has been in the last 3 years. Think about another 4 years, you know, and as fast as the ball gets rolling and things like that, you know, how much damage could really be done. You know, it may even start something that'll be, you know, very, very complicated to reverse. You know, gaining the ground, regaining the grounds that we've already gained. You know, that could be a struggle. You know, especially in today's society and with, you know, the kind of people that are out here and the adversaries that you would have to go against. So basically, my message is just this. You know, how we vote. One, get out there and vote. Okay, get out there and vote. If there's corruption in the ballots and so on and so forth, we need to address that, and we can address that. But get out there and vote. Okay, one. Two, how you vote and who you vote for is really going to define the United States of America. I really, really hope we are better than how we're portraying ourselves now. I really hope so.